Did you know that over 87% of people over the age of 60 in the United States believe they are eating healthy seafood each week? Yet they are unaware that some of these choices may silently cause joint inflammation, high blood pressure, and gradual memory decline. The question is, why do meals that are supposed to be good for the heart often leave you feeling tired, bloated, and struggling with knee pain? The real reason does not lie in seafood in general, but in 4 specific types of seafood that seem harmless yet are among the biggest threats to hormonal balance, kidney function, and digestion in older adults. In today's journey, you will discover 4 types of seafood you should avoid as soon as possible, and 4 others that science has proven can help rebuild joints, strengthen immunity, and naturally sharpen memory, all through one simple change in your daily meals. If you are over the age of 60, or if you are caring for your aging parents, do not leave this video. Please comment your country and your age below so we can better understand the community that cares about healthy aging. The first seafood to avoid is squid. It seems light, but is actually a trap of cholesterol and uric acid. If you have ever chosen squid because you believed it was a light seafood option, low in fat and high in protein, you are not alone. Many people over the age of 60 have replaced red meat with squid in an effort to protect heart health or lose weight. But the truth is, few realize that just 85 grams of cooked squid contains nearly 200 milligrams of cholesterol, which is more than 65% of the recommended daily limit, according to the American Heart Association. And that is only part of the problem. After the age of 60, your liver no longer processes cholesterol as efficiently as before, which means the cholesterol from food has a stronger impact on your blood vessels. A study published in the journal Nutrients 2021 found that older adults who consumed higher amounts of dietary cholesterol had a 43% higher risk of arterial stiffness and a 31% higher risk of heart attack or stroke. But that is not all. Squid also contains a significant amount of purines, which are compounds that convert into uric acid in the body. This becomes especially dangerous because older adults often have reduced ability to eliminate uric acid through the kidneys, leading to a buildup of urate crystals in the joints. The result is joint pain, swelling, and in many cases, a diagnosis of gout. A study published in the journal Gerontology found that people over 60 who ate purine-rich seafood more than twice a week had a 54% higher risk of developing chronic arthritis within 2 years. What makes this even more concerning is that the early symptoms can be very vague, such as mild morning stiffness in the knees or slight difficulty standing up. But over time, this can develop into persistent pain that affects sleep, mobility, and even mood. If you are eating squid as a healthy alternative but often feel tired, expérience joint pain, or have unstable blood pressure, this could be one of the hidden causes. Squid is not the worst offender. But for older adults with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or mild joint inflammation, it is a seemingly healthy food that can silently cause harm. Do you know which seafood might be even more misleading than squid for older adults? The answer lies in the next section, featuring a common buffet dish that turns out to be a silent disruptor of metabolism. The second seafood to avoid is imitation crab sticks, a crab dish without any crab that raises blood sugar and sodium levels. Have you ever been to a buffet or passed by the sushi section at the supermarket and seen neatly sliced crab sticks with red and white colors that look just like real crab meat? That is imitation crab, also known as surimi, which is made from minced fish paste, usually pollock, mixed with starch, sugar, salt, and artificial flavoring. While it may have a mild aroma and a familiar sweet taste, it is no longer natural seafood, but rather a lab-created product designed to imitate the texture and flavor of real crab. For people over the age of 60, This is not just a harmless snack, but a hidden trap for blood sugar and sodium levels. A study published in the journal Clinical Nutrition 2020 found that imitation crab triggers a blood sugar response similar to white bread, meaning your blood sugar can spike quickly after a light meal and then drop into a low sugar state, leading to fatigue and increased cravings. This is extremely risky for those with prediabetes, insulin resistance, or type 2 diabetes, which are all common conditions among older adults. Furthermore, each serving of imitation crab may contain over 700 milligrams of sodium, not including additional condiments like soy sauce or mayonnaise that can multiply the salt intake. As we age, kidney function declines and arteries become stiffer. So consuming too much salt from processed foods can easily cause bloating, dizziness, poor sleep, and high blood pressure. Even more concerning is that many types of imitation crab also contain flavor enhancers, such as MSG, which can overstimulate the nervous system and trigger headaches in sensitive individuals. So even though this food may seem affordable, tasty, and convenient, imitation crab offers no real nutritional benefits like fresh seafood does. On the contrary, it gives the illusion of a healthy choice while the body must cope with a cascade of negative metabolic effects. Can you guess which seafood is coming up next that appears delicate but contains heavy metals that may weaken kidney function and reduce mental clarity in older adults? Let us find out in the next section. The third seafood to avoid is scallops, a white angel that contains heavy metals and lacks omega-3. When people think of scallops, they often picture elegant dishes beautifully presented in restaurants. With a light sear and an appealing aroma, many older adults choose scallops because they are small, soft, easy to chew, and not greasy. But behind that delicate appearance lies a hidden risk from a heavy metal called cadmium. Cadmium is not something unfamiliar. It is a toxic metal that can naturally accumulate in scallops as they filter seawater during their life. The concerning part is that once cadmium enters the human body, it is almost never eliminated, instead accumulating mainly in the kidneys and liver, two organs that naturally weaken with age. A study published in the journal Toxicology Reports in 2022 found that even a small weekly portion of scallops could bring older adults close to the dangerous cadmium threshold set by the World Health Organization. When cadmium exceeds safe levels, it reduces kidney filtration function, causes protein leakage in the urine, and leads to chronic fatigue, high blood pressure, and swelling. But that is not the end of the story. One of the main reasons older adults turn to seafood is to get omega-3 fatty acids, which are essential for memory, joint flexibility, and reducing overall inflammation. However, you may be disappointed to learn that 100 grams of scallops contain less than 30 milligrams of omega-3, which is far too low compared to what the body truly needs. In contrast, the same amount of oysters provides over 500 milligrams, nearly 20 times more. This means that even if you eat seafood regularly, if you choose the wrong kind, you may receive no real benefit for your brain or heart, and instead may be accumulating toxins. So if you are eating scallops weekly thinking they are clean and light, it may be time to reconsider. You could be introducing a substance that gradually weakens your kidneys, increases forgetfulness, drains your energy, and stiffens your joints. Now, which seafood is even more common, yet capable of causing allergic reactions, intestinal inflammation, and carrying antibiotics into your body. Let us explore in the next section a small creature more dangerous than you might expect. The fourth seafood to avoid is shrimp, small but dangerous due to cholesterol, antibiotics, and digestive issues. If you have ever thought that eating shrimp is a light and healthy choice for aging adults, you may want to reconsider after today. Shrimp may be small, but it contains a significant amount of cholesterol, Just one serving of about 85 grams of boiled shrimp, which is only a few small pieces, already provides nearly 180 milligrams of cholesterol. For younger people, this might not seem alarming, but for those over the age of 60, when liver function slows down and arteries lose their elasticity, this number becomes a serious concern. A study published in the journal Circulation in 2021 found that older adults who consume more than 300 milligrams of cholesterol per day had a 35% higher risk of stroke and a 24% higher risk of coronary artery disease compared to those who consumed less. But cholesterol is not the only concern. Shrimp contains a unique protein called tropomyosin, which is difficult to digest for aging digestive systems. This is also why shrimp is one of the most common allergenic foods among older adults. In fact, many people begin to develop shrimp allergies after the age of 65. Even if they had no prior symptoms, reactions can range from mild skin rashes or indigestion to prolonged intestinal inflammation that leads to bloating, constipation, and chronic digestive issues. Furthermore, even when peeled, shrimp shells often leave behind tiny fragments of chitosan, an indigestible fiber that can trigger low-grade inflammation in a weakened digestive tract. Perhaps most concerning of all is that the majority of shrimp available today comes from industrial farms. According to a report from the journal Food Control in 2022, more than 42% of imported frozen shrimp samples contain banned antibiotic residues, particularly oxytetracycline and enrofloxacin. These substances can disrupt gut bacteria, increase antibiotic resistance, and affect metabolism throughout the body. If you are eating shrimp believing it to be a lean source of protein, the truth is that shrimp may be quietly impacting your heart, liver, digestive system, and immune function every single day. Would you like to continue exploring a type of seafood that helps naturally restore collagen without the need for medication? The first seafood to eat is sea cucumber, living collagen for joints, skin, and the colon. If you are looking for a type of seafood that is both easy on the stomach and supports deep healing from within, sea cucumber is one of the most suitable choices for people over the age of 60. Sea cucumber is not common on the dining tables of many American households, but it has long been used in traditional medicine as a healing food. Today, modern science is beginning to confirm these benefits. In a study published in the International Journal of Molecular Sciences, researchers found that daily supplementation with sea cucumber extract reduced joint pain by up to 35% and improved flexibility after 12 weeks. Sea cucumber provides such powerful effects because it contains natural compounds called triterpene glycosides, anti-inflammatory agents that work similarly to mild pain relievers, but without affecting the stomach. In addition, sea cucumber is a natural source of chondroitin sulfate, a common ingredient in joint supplements, but in this case, more easily absorbed thanks to its natural biological structure. When simmered slowly in broths or soups, sea cucumber retains a soft, gelatinous texture, a sign of its high collagen content, which aging bodies often lack. Collagen is the foundation of healthy skin, joints, and the gut lining. As we age, the body's ability to produce collagen declines sharply, leading to dry skin, joint pain, and poor digestion, including foods that support collagen production, like sea cucumber, helps the body restore what is gradually disappearing. Especially for older adults dealing with chronic knee pain, dry skin, or persistent bloating, simply adding this food to your meals once or twice a week can make a noticeable difference. Sea cucumber may not be a common or easy to find ingredient, but it is truly a gift from the sea that helps restore flexibility, resilience, and a sense of natural strength in aging bodies. Would you like to know which seafood contains a rare form of omega-3 that can soothe both your joints and your thyroid at the same time? The second seafood to eat is New Zealand green-lipped mussels, a rare omega-3 source for joints and the thyroid. If you have ever heard of omega-3 as a golden nutrient for joint and brain health, you are probably familiar with salmon, mackerel, or fish oil. However, there is a lesser-known seafood that contains a very special type of omega-3 called ETA, and that is the New Zealand green-lipped mussel. This type of mussel, which has a distinctive green edge around its shell, grows naturally in the clean waters of New Zealand and has been highly regarded by scientists for its ability to reduce chronic joint inflammation and support thyroid function in older adults. In a study published in the journal Nutrients in 2020, researchers found that people who consumed green-lipped mussel extract daily for 12 weeks experienced up to a 42% reduction in joint pain and a 35% improvement in mobility. What makes green-lipped mussels especially beneficial is not just their omega-3 content, but the unique fatty acid called ETA, which can inhibit an inflammation-related enzyme known as 5-lipoxygenase. This enzyme is directly linked to the persistent pain in the knees, hips, and shoulders that many older adults experience. In addition to its effects on joints, green-lipped mussels are rich in zinc, selenium, iodine, and iron micronutrients that are essential for thyroid health, immune fonction, and overall energy, especially in people over 60. The ability to absorb these minerals from food declines significantly. So consuming green-lipped mussels, steamed or in soups, helps preserve their full nutritional value without destroying the nutrients like frying often does. If you often feel mentally fatigued, have stiff limbs, or experience frequent cold sensations in your abdomen, these may be signs of chronic joint inflammation or an underactive thyroid. In that case, adding green-lipped mussels to your weekly meals can be a smart step towards supporting both your joints and your natural hormone regulation system. Now that your joints and thyroid are cared for, are you curious to learn which seafood can help restore skin, energy, and memory in older adults with just a very small amount? The third seafood to eat is oysters, a natural multivitamin for immunity, thyroid, and memory. In the world of seafood for healthy aging, there is one food that is small yet so rich in nutrients. It is often called the multivitamin of the sea, and that is the oyster. Not only is it a popular dish in restaurants, but oysters are also the most powerful natural source of zinc among all seafoods, a vital mineral that people over 60 often lack. Just 2 medium-sized oysters a day can provide more than 100% of the daily zinc requirement, helping to strengthen the immune system, speed up wound healing, support natural testosterone levels, and enhance memory. According to a study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, up to 40% of people over 60 are zinc deficient without knowing it, which leads to increased infections, slow healing, and a reduced sense of taste and smell, factors that directly affect quality of life and appetite in older adults. But it does not stop there. Oysters are also rich in vitamin B12, which supports energy metabolism and protects the nervous system. A 2021 study in the journal Nutrition and Healthy Aging found that older adults with low vitamin B12 levels had a 73% higher risk of cognitive decline, emphasizing the role of oysters as a food that may help slow down memory loss. In addition to zinc and B12, oysters also provide selenium, which supports the thyroid and immune system, as well as copper, a commonly overlooked mineral that plays a key role in blood formation and maintaining strong bone structure. A long-term study in Europe found that individuals with higher copper intake had an 18% lower risk of fractures over 5 years. What makes oysters stand out is their naturally absorbable copper content, combined with other trace minerals, creating a whole body support system for older adults from bones and skin to brain function. If you are looking for a compact, easy to prepare, and nutrient-dense food. Oysters are the answer. But if you are in need of an even more comprehensive solution, a food that can help restore collagen, protect the gut, and boost energy within just a few weeks, then do not miss the next section. The fourth seafood to eat is sea moss, over 90 trace minerals to nourish skin, joints, gut, and lungs. If there is one ocean-derived food that can simultaneously support the skin, joints, digestion, and immune system of older adults, it is sea moss, also known as Irish moss. Unlike fish or shrimp, sea moss is a type of seaweed that grows naturally in cold, mineral-rich waters and is considered a complete source of trace nutrients for the body after the age of 60. What makes it especially unique is that sea moss contains over 90 different trace minerals, from magnesium, zinc, and iron to iodine and sulfur, all in their natural form and more easily absorbed than most synthetic supplements. But the most important benefit for older adults lies in sea moss's ability to support the body's natural collagen production. After age 60, collagen levels decline significantly, leading to symptoms such as creaky joints, sagging skin, indigestion, and longer recovery times. Seamos providas vitamin C, sulfur, and amino acids like proline, which help the body naturally and safely rebuild its own collagen. A study published in the journal Marine Drugs in 2022 found that adults over 60 who consumed sea moss daily showed significant improvements in joint flexibility, reduced skin dryness, and better bowel movements after just 8 weeks. In addition to collagen, sea moss contient mucilage, a form of soluble fiber that forms a light gel-like coating on the intestinal lining, helping to soothe inflammation, feed beneficial gut bacteria, and enhance nutrient absorption. This is particularly helpful for those dealing with constipation, bloating, or chronic irritable bowel syndrome. Furthermore, thanks to its natural iodine content, sea moss also supports stable thyroid function, which in turn helps regulate hormones, sleep quality, mood, and energy levels. Many people over the age of 60 who use sea moss regularly report feeling lighter, having brighter skin, breathing more deeply, and sleeping better even without making other changes to their diet. Sea moss can be soaked in water, blended into a gel, and stored in the refrigerator. Just one small spoonful each day mixed with warm water or a smoothie is enough if you are looking for a gentle yet powerful food to help your body recover without relying on medication. Sea moss may be the most effective and natural option. After today's journey, you may now clearly see that not all seafood is healthy, and eating large amounts of shrimp, squid, or scallops does not automatically lead to the kind of wellness you hope for in older age. Some dishes may appear light and gentle, but they carry high levels of cholesterol, hard to digest proteins, or heavy metals that silently affect your heart, liver, joints, and immune system each day. That is exactly why squid, imitation crab, scallops, and shrimp, despite their popularity, are 4 types of seafood you may want to reconsider if you are over the age of 60. At the same time, your body still has the natural ability to heal if nourished the right way. Foods like sea cucumber, New Zealand green-lipped mussels, oysters, and sea moss not only provide essential nutrients, but also help stimulate natural collagen production, soothe inflammation, and improve thyroid, gut, and cognitive function. Most importantly, you do not need to change everything at once. Just starting with one small shift, like replacing shrimp at dinner with a spoonful of sea moss gel in the morning, can lay the foundation for better digestion, brighter skin, and deeper sleep. Trust in your body's ability to recover. as long as you know how to listen to it and make wise choices. If you found today's message helpful, be sure to subscribe to the channel to follow upcoming videos on foods, exercices, and herbs designed for those over the age of 60. We will continue to share gentle but long-lasting strategies for joint health, heart support, memory, and vitality for both men and women in later life. Which seafood on this list do you eat each week? And have you ever tried sea moss? Feel free to share your experience with us in the comments. Healthy aging is a journey, and each person in this community can be an inspiration to one another.